Welcome to episode 46, Apigee Overview for Leaders. In this session, we look at Apigee not as another technical platform, but as a strategic enabler that simplifies, secures, and scales application programming interface or API ecosystems. Many organizations struggle to manage hundreds of APIs consistently while maintaining visibility, control, and performance. Apigee solves this by serving as a central layer for API management across development, operations, and business functions. It unites technical enforcement with business insight, giving leaders a clear view of how APIs contribute to value creation. Instead of every team building custom gateways or ad hoc monitoring tools, Apigee standardizes and automates these essentials. For executives and program owners, it provides both governance confidence and measurable impact, bridging the gap between technical implementation and business outcomes. At its core, Apigee is composed of several interlocking components: the API gateway, the management layer, and the analytics engine. The gateway is the front line. It receives incoming requests, applies security and traffic policies, and forwards valid traffic to back-end services. The management layer provides the administrative console for defining API proxies, usage plans, and developer access. Analytics collects and interprets data about how APIs perform, who is using them, and what value they deliver. For example, an enterprise may host hundreds of API endpoints across multiple business units. Apigee's architecture allows them to be governed from a single platform while still maintaining flexibility for individual teams. This separation of gateway, management, and analytics ensures that both control and agility can coexist within complex environments. API proxies lie at the heart of Apigee's design philosophy. A proxy acts as an intermediary between external consumers and back-end services, allowing teams to enforce policies and transformations without modifying the original systems. For example, a legacy payment service can expose a modern, standardized API interface through Apigee without rewriting core code. Reusable policies handle tasks such as authentication, caching, or data transformation. These can be applied consistently across multiple proxies, reducing redundancy and improving security posture. By abstracting these controls into reusable layers, Apigee helps teams move faster while ensuring that every API adheres to enterprise standards. This modularity is especially valuable in large organizations, managing dozens of products and partner integrations simultaneously. Authentication, authorization, and quota enforcement represent the essential controls that make API management secure and predictable. Apigee supports common authentication methods such as OAuth, JSON Web Tokens, and API keys. Authorization rules determine which users or applications can access specific resources. Quotas and rate limits prevent overuse, ensuring that one client cannot degrade performance for others. Imagine a partner consuming a logistics API that processes shipping updates. A quota can guarantee fair access even during peak demand. These mechanisms provide confidence to both providers and consumers, balancing openness with protection. For leaders, this reliability translates into predictable performance, compliance adherence, and customer satisfaction. Threat protection in Apigee extends beyond authentication to real-time defense against malicious activity. Built-in policies detect and mitigate spikes, injection attempts, and unusual traffic patterns. Spike arrest policies throttle sudden surges to prevent denial of service conditions, while XML and JSON threat protection blocks harmful payloads. Anomaly detection can identify traffic deviations that may indicate a security event or misconfiguration. For example, if an API normally handles 500 requests per minute and suddenly spikes to 5,000, Apigee can automatically respond by limiting or inspecting that traffic. These controls operate transparently, reducing risk without disrupting legitimate usage. For leaders, the takeaway is that Apigee actively guards business services while maintaining availability and trust. Productization transforms APIs from technical assets into business offerings, and Apigee makes this process manageable. Through its monetization module, organizations can define usage plans, pricing tiers, and revenue-sharing models. These configurations turn raw interfaces into structured products with measurable financial return. A company might, for example, offer a free tier for developers testing integrations and a premium tier for production-level access with guaranteed performance. Apigee handles usage tracking, billing, and reporting, ensuring transparency for both providers and consumers. This capability encourages innovation while maintaining control over pricing and access. For executives, monetization metrics also serve as clear indicators of how digital ecosystems contribute to the bottom line. The developer portal serves as the storefront for API engagement. Built on top of Apigee, it provides documentation, onboarding, and access control for developers and partners. It typically includes registration workflows, tutorials, and testing environments. A good portal lowers the barrier to entry, allowing external users to discover APIs and begin experimenting quickly. For instance, a transportation network might publish route and fare data through a portal, enabling partners to create new mobile applications. The portal reinforces branding, simplifies key management, and fosters community engagement. For leaders, it represents the customer-facing side of their digital ecosystem, shaping how easily innovation spreads across their network. Versioning and lifecycle management are often underestimated until scale becomes unmanageable. Apigee provides structured processes for versioning APIs, managing deprecation, and coordinating updates across teams. When new versions are released, older ones can be supported temporarily, giving consumers time to migrate without disruption. Lifecycle tools also enforce consistent release workflows and policy reviews. For example, before publishing a new API version, teams may be required to verify documentation, security scans, and approval from governance boards. This approach prevents fragmentation, maintains compatibility, and sustains developer trust. Lifecycle management in Apigee ensures that growth does not lead to chaos, but instead remains orderly and auditable.
Traffic management features in Apigee address the challenges of maintaining performance under fluctuating demand. Caching policies reduce back-end load by storing frequently accessed data closer to users. Routing controls can direct requests based on geography, version, or business logic. Retry policies handle transient failures gracefully, improving resilience. Consider an e-commerce API that experiences sharp increases in traffic during sales events. Apigee's traffic management can balance requests across multiple instances, cache catalog data, and retry temporary network errors automatically. These features deliver smoother user experiences while optimizing resource utilization. Leaders can view this as an investment in reliability and scalability, both of which strengthen customer confidence. Observability is a core differentiator of Apigee's platform. Its analytics engine captures detailed data about usage, latency, error rates, and response patterns. Dashboards present insights at both technical and business levels. Developers see performance metrics, while executives view trends in adoption and monetization. Alerts and anomaly detection highlight potential issues before they impact users. For example, if a new deployment causes response times to double, analytics will reveal the change within minutes. Observability transforms API management from reactive troubleshooting to proactive optimization. For decision makers, this visibility turns API performance into a measurable, improvable business metric. Hybrid and multi-cloud deployment options make Apigee adaptable to diverse infrastructures. Some organizations prefer to run their gateways on-premises for compliance reasons while keeping analytics and management in the cloud. Others operate across multiple cloud providers and need consistent policy enforcement everywhere. Apigee supports both models, integrating with existing systems through secure connectors. This flexibility allows enterprises to modernize gradually rather than through disruptive migrations. For example, a healthcare provider might retain sensitive patient data on-premises while using Apigee's cloud analytics for operational insights. For leaders, hybrid and multi-cloud readiness means freedom to evolve technology strategies without losing consistency or governance. Governance in Apigee ensures that standards, approvals, and compliance checks remain consistent across all APIs. Policies can enforce naming conventions, security requirements, and documentation formats automatically. Approval workflows control who can publish or modify APIs, reducing risk from human error. Compliance modules help organizations demonstrate adherence to regulations, such as data privacy or industry standards.
Governance also improves collaboration. Teams work independently but within a shared framework that aligns with corporate objectives. For leaders, this reduces uncertainty and enables scale by ensuring that innovation happens responsibly and repeatably across the enterprise. Success metrics help leaders evaluate the health and impact of their API ecosystem. Adoption rates measure how many consumers actively use the API. Reliability metrics, such as uptime and latency, reflect operational performance. Monetization indicators reveal financial return or partner growth. Engagement metrics from the developer portal, like registrations, active keys, and documentation views, show community vitality. Apigee consolidates these data points into a single view, allowing leadership to make informed investment and improvement decisions. With clear metrics, API management evolves from an operational function into a measurable driver of digital transformation. Aligning Apigee's capabilities with organizational goals ensures that technology directly supports business strategy. Leaders who understand what Apigee solves, governance, visibility, scalability, and monetization, can position it as a central part of digital enablement. The platform bridges innovation with control, allowing teams to move quickly while maintaining oversight. Treating Apigee as both a management tool and a strategic enabler helps organizations realize the full potential of their API programs. When capabilities align with clear goals, the result is more than operational efficiency. It is a repeatable, measurable model for digital growth and sustained customer trust. Thanks for listening. For more audio courses, daily newsletters, and more, please visit DailyCyber.News.